wanted to hear a readback of testimony relating to Combs' former girlfriend, actress-singer Jennifer Lopez, who was in the Navigator when it was stopped by police. An officer testified that everyone in the SUV was ordered to put their hands on the vehicle, but Lopez walked away, saying she was going home. As she was being...
You look in the ocean, you see two people floating. You can only pull up one because that's how much room you have on your raft. You look in the ocean, you see Ben Affleck, and you see Diddy. That's it! J to the L, give me 5.
Hey, speaking of
This is love.
I saw a guy on the internet the other day who said he used to be your security guard, who said that when you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
Yo, this show has gotten crazier since the last time I ever No,
it's all about love, though. That's not true?
You really heard that? Nah.
What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy, I thought we was friends. Where did this go?
Jennifer Lopez is doing everything in her power to avoid Diddy, but that's pretty difficult to do when there are a ton of photos of them together all over the internet. Keep in mind, these two dated through 1999 to 2001, and there's a lot of photos from Diddy's 2000 4th of July party floating around. And as you guys can see, Jennifer Lopez is feeling something.
Jennifer Lopez, the Bronx-born icon who seemed to have mastered the art of maintaining an unblemished reputation, now finds herself at the center of a web of unsettling revelations. For decades, J-Lo has dazzled audiences worldwide as the quintessential triple threat, commanding stages with her electrifying dance moves, topping charts with her music, and lighting up the silver screen with her acting prowess. Her image has been carefully crafted, the hard-working artist who rose from humble beginnings to achieve the American dream. But beneath this polished exterior, whispers of a darker narrative are beginning to emerge. The spotlight has suddenly shifted to her complex history with Sean Diddy Combs, bringing to light connections that had long been buried in Hollywood's shadowy underbelly. These revelations aren't just ancient history. They're sending shockwaves through her present life, potentially explaining the unexpected dissolution of her relationship with Ben Affleck. Sources close to the situation suggest that Affleck, who had initially seemed unwavering in his support of Lopez, may have been harboring knowledge about these controversial associations all along. The question that now hangs heavy in the air: what explosive information did Ben uncover about Jennifer's past that could have been powerful enough to shatter their seemingly perfect reunion? As this story continues to unfold, one thing becomes clear. The carefully constructed facade of Hollywood's golden girl might be starting to crack.
It seems to me that you need to have that alone time, which she's never had.
You're 100% right. She does. She did. They both need it. 100%. She's a love and sex addict. Look at the men she's with. She can't be alone. She needs a man in her life. She has never spent any real time developing herself, and her career's in the...
But to truly understand the depths of this story, we need to turn back the clock to the late 1990s, when Jennifer Lopez and Sean Diddy Combs reigned as Hollywood's power couple. She was riding high on her breakthrough role as Selena, while he was revolutionizing the music industry as a mogul. Their relationship appeared picture-perfect on magazine covers, but behind the scenes, darkness was lurking. Everything changed on that fateful night in 1999 at Club New York in Times Square. What began as a typical evening of glamour and celebrity quickly descended into chaos when gunfire erupted inside the packed club. 3 people were wounded in the ensuing mayhem, but it was what happened next that would haunt Jennifer for years to come. She and Diddy fled the scene in a high-stakes car chase through Manhattan's streets, only to be eventually cornered by the NYPD. While Diddy faced legal troubles, Jennifer managed to emerge officially unscathed. No charges were filed against her. She quickly attempted to distance herself from the incident, crafting a narrative of an innocent bystander caught in the crossfire. The relationship with Diddy ended shortly after, with Jennifer citing career priorities as the reason for their split. But according to those in the know, the story didn't end there. Despite her public attempts to separate herself from Diddy's controversial world, Insiders claim Jennifer maintained mysterious connections to his circle long after their romantic relationship ended. These lingering ties would later come back to haunt her in ways she never expected.
I know what they say about me, about hopeless romantics, that we're weak. And I'm not weak. It takes strength to keep believing in something after you keep falling flat on your face.
As FBI surveillance of Sean Diddy Combs' notorious private gatherings has unveiled an unexpected connection to one of entertainment's biggest stars. Jennifer Lopez, despite her carefully crafted public image, may have been more deeply entangled in these controversial events than previously known. The story takes an intriguing turn as new sources reveal that Lopez's relationship with Diddy didn't end with their public breakup. Instead, it evolved into something more complex and potentially compromising. Even while dating other celebrities, she reportedly continued attending these exclusive, invitation-only gatherings, events that have now caught the attention of federal investigators. These weren't typical celebrity soirees. According to insiders, these private parties allegedly hosted activities that crossed both legal and moral boundaries. The revelations suggest that Lopez's continued attendance wasn't merely social. Some sources claim she felt compelled to maintain a presence to protect herself from potentially damaging information Diddy possessed. Perhaps most alarming are whispers about the existence of video footage that could potentially devastate Lopez's carefully constructed public persona. These claims have gained credibility with the emergence of FBI interest in these gatherings. The plot thickens with Ben Affleck's role in this unfolding drama. Sources close to the couple suggest Affleck wasn't entirely in the dark about Lopez's complicated history with Diddy. While he allegedly knew of their past connection, the extent of her involvement in these controversial gatherings may have been a factor in recent developments. Insiders hint that Affleck chose to remain silent about these matters, possibly to shield Lopez from public scrutiny. The walls began closing in as the FBI's investigation into Diddy's empire sent shockwaves through Hollywood's elite circles. For Ben Affleck, what started as whispered rumors turned into a stark reality when alarming information began crossing his desk. The existence of incriminating video footage and detailed witness testimonies threatened to pull Jennifer Lopez into a vortex of legal scrutiny. Behind closed doors, Ben reportedly received briefings that painted a troubling picture. The potential fallout wasn't just personal. It could devastate both their careers. As federal prosecutors began connecting dots in their broader investigation of Diddy's activities, Jennifer's name surfaced with unsettling frequency, setting off alarm bells within her legal team. The situation reached a critical juncture when law enforcement officials began hinting at incoming subpoenas and warrants. These weren't just fishing expeditions. They were targeting specific individuals who had attended these notorious private gatherings. Jennifer's legal advisors, recognizing the gravity of the situation, urged her to sever ties with anyone who might further implicate her in the growing scandal. But for Jennifer, this realization may have come too late. Despite her 11th-hour attempts to distance herself and secure legal protection, the threads connecting her to this unfolding drama had already been woven too tight.
Our next blind item reads, this producer, wannabe rapper, Sean Diddy Combs, P. Diddy, has been trying to reach out to the A-list Everything in Her Mind, J-Lo, to make sure that she stays quiet and keeps dodging investigators who want to speak to her. Now, the related headline reads that Jennifer Lopez could be subpoenaed as a witness in a Diddy lawsuit.
Hollywood's Whisper Network suddenly erupted into a deafening roar as damaging new documents and testimonies emerged from the shadow. What had started as vague rumors about Jennifer Lopez's connection to Diddy's private gatherings now crystallized into something far more concrete and far more damaging. The entertainment industry's infamous blind items, typically dismissed as gossip, took on a chilling new significance. These weren't just ordinary party recordings being discussed. They allegedly captured moments that could shatter careers and reputations. More disturbing still were the whispered allegations about the age of certain attendees at these exclusive gatherings. For Ben Affleck, this marked the point of no return. Sources close to the actor paint a picture of a man increasingly torn between loyalty and self-preservation. Initially, he had dismissed the rumors, standing firmly by Jennifer's side. But as evidence mounted and legal threats loomed larger, his resolve began to crack. Ben's own journey of redemption in Hollywood had been hard-won, carefully crafted through years of rebuilding his image. Now facing the possibility of being drawn into a scandal of this magnitude, he found himself at a crossroads. Insiders reveal his initial attempts at a quiet withdrawal, hoping to avoid public scrutiny. But as the allegations intensified and Jennifer's ability to distance herself from the controversy diminished, Ben made the heart-wrenching decision to completely sever ties. The choice, though devastating, seemed inevitable. As the threat of legal action grew more imminent and the whispers grew louder, Ben chose self-preservation over love. For a man who had fought so hard to reclaim his reputation, the risk was simply too great.
And then there's the personal story of Ben and I that has never been told. I don't think he's very comfortable with me doing all of this, but he loves me, he knows I'm an artist, and he's gonna support me in every way he can because he knows this. He can't stop me from making the music I made and writing the words that I wrote. He can't, and that's gonna happen, and he doesn't want to stop me. He wants to do that, but that doesn't mean he's kind of comfortable being the muse.
Whispers in Tinseltown suggest that J-Lo is orchestrating an exit strategy to navigate these treacherous waters. This plan seemingly involves distancing herself from former flame Diddy, maintaining a low profile, and potentially severing ties that might implicate her further. Industry insiders have noticed subtle shifts in her public persona as her team works tirelessly to reframe her narrative. The story they're spinning? Jennifer as an unwitting participant caught in the crossfire of powerful men's machinations, rather than a willing accomplice. It's a delicate balancing act. She must avoid appearing culpable while simultaneously sidestepping the role of a helpless victim. Her public statements have remained frustratingly vague, skirting around the allegations and instead focusing on her family, career, and maintaining a positive outlook amidst the swirling rumors. Meanwhile, Ben Affleck, J-Lo's ex-husband, is taking steps to insulate himself from the unfolding drama. Through carefully worded statements from his representatives, he's making it clear that his split from Jennifer is unrelated to the current allegations. Affleck has been throwing himself into work and charitable endeavors, presenting the image of a devoted family man and activist, a calculated move to reshape his public persona and steer clear of the maelstrom engulfing his former spouse. The question on everyone's lips: can Jennifer weather this storm? Legal experts warn that any connection to Diddy's alleged illicit activities could spell serious trouble for the star, potentially triggering a wider investigation. The mere association with such events could be enough to land her in hot water, even if she's innocent of any wrongdoing. Social media is abuzz with speculation and judgment. Some users claim they've long suspected there was more to J-Lo's relationship with Diddy than met the eye. One particularly scathing comment suggests that her success is built on connections rather than talent, while another praises Ben Affleck for his decision to leave her, hinting at hidden knowledge. What's particularly intriguing is the swift and calculated distancing maneuver executed by Ben Affleck. His actions suggest a prescient awareness of the impending storm, fueling speculation about what he might have known. Both J-Lo and Affleck are no strangers to controversy, having weathered their fair share of scandals. However, this time feels different. The stakes seem exponentially higher, with potentially far-reaching consequences looming on the horizon. As new details continue to emerge, the entertainment world watches with bated breath. The burning question on everyone's mind: was Jennifer truly embroiled in Diddy's alleged illicit activities, or is she merely a victim of guilt by association? This riveting Hollywood drama is far from over, and we'll be following every twist and turn as it unfolds. But now, we want to hear from you. What's your take on this explosive situation? Do you believe there's more to J-Lo's involvement than meets the eye? Or is she unfairly caught in the crossfire?